Hello everyone, in this video I'll share some of the work I'm doing to improve the acoustics in my home theater. I've mentioned in some of my other videos acoustic treatments are an absolute must. It may be hard to believe that something so simple in both design and function can make such a huge impact, but it really does. Without exaggeration, it's one of the most impactful additions you can make to your space. Currently I have 12 sound absorbent panels positioned around my home theater, 2 on my bottom front wall, 2 on the front side corners, a pair on each side of the front side walls, 1 on each side in the back, 1 in the back corner over here, and this massive window insert is essentially a massive panel. I've had this set up for a few years now, pretty much since I first built the room. The acoustics in here are very good, but I'm always thinking about ways to improve my experience in here, and I was doing some critical listening, moving around the room. I noticed some things and I think I can clean it up a bit more in here. So my plan is to add some additional absorbent panels. I don't want to add too much absorption and run the risk of deadening the room. I may experiment with diffusion at some point in the future. I'm not a professional, I haven't consulted a professional and probably won't. I'm a DIYer, I like to educate myself, tinker and try things out, and that's what I'm doing here. I want to move these panels up front. These are just two 2x4 foot panels sitting on the floor. I'm going to clean up the look by creating a single long panel and hanging it on the wall so it'll look a lot nicer. I'm going to add some panels to the flat wall over here. I suspect there may be some unwanted reflections in this area. I'll add a panel to each side of the back wall, and I have this panel in the back corner here, but I need a proper corner panel like I have in the front corners. I essentially want to break up these flat surfaces. I won't put any treatments on the ceiling because they'll be too distracting. I want as little as possible in my field of view, and seeing panels hanging from the ceiling would be just too much for me to ignore. I may be able to design something in the future that I'll be okay with, but that won't be part of this project. I'll need to build some new panels, so I'm on my way to my local home improvement store to pick up some supplies. My next stop is to my local hobby shop for some fabric. I brought a piece of fabric from my current panels to match to what the store has in stock because they are out of the exact fabric I need, but this appears to be the same. Most important is that the fabric is breathable so those sound waves can pass through and the insulation can do its job, and this is perfect. I went through my entire acoustic panel build from start to finish in a 2-part video series on my channel, so I won't go into great detail in this video, but definitely check out part 1 and part 2 of my acoustic panel build on my channel. There are links to both those videos in the description section below. Here's a look at 2 of the panel frames. Stapling on the back to keep the insulation in. Here I'm trimming off the excess fabric. Next, I'll staple on the acoustic fabric, making sure it's tight so there are no wrinkles or creases, and using plenty of staples. One down and 1 to go. here are the completed panels. The back looks rough, but once it's on the wall, no one will ever see it. My plan was to relocate the front panels and the back corner panel, but as you may be able to see, these don't look great. These were my first panels and I clearly had not yet gotten the hang of making these. I did not tighten the fabric enough, and some of the bulges here are pieces of scrap insulation that I stuffed in, not thinking that one day I'd relocate them to a more visible place. My other panels are nice and tight and clean looking, but these three are a problem. So change of plans. The frames themselves are fine. I'll keep those, but I need to properly add new insulation and rewrap these. I'll do that sooner rather than later, but not right now. I've added the back corner panel, the two back wall panels, and the front lower panel. They turned out perfect. They fit the room and they look great. In the coming days, I'll do some critical listening, see if I hear any improvements in the sound quality in the room. I love DIY projects. This was a very easy and actually a pretty fun project. So this is where I'm at in my home theater as of the making of this video. Again, I will put links to a more detailed walk of how I built my acoustic panels in the description section below. If you have any questions, leave those in the comment section below.